Well, today is the fourth day of August 2021. The water came on this morning. A shower was possible. I don't know whether to be hard or thankful or what, but I know that a basic necessity from last Wednesday to this Wednesday, we are just able to get water coming through the pipes in Dundastan. We're 3 miles from the water depot. It's unacceptable. Water was off last night, 10 o'clock every night. 10 o'clock it's gone. Like we don't need no water after 10 o'clock. Both Batelco and Alive was off. I don't know what happened. Lightning must have struck something, but there was no lightning last night. No thunder, no rain. But both phone companies was off until 9:30 today. Kai was out without internet. Something got to give. Something got to be up to some normalcy. We hope that the water situation is resolved. It's just the basics. That shows you what's going on with this F&M government. Just the basic needs they can't get right. I was speaking yesterday about they should have an advisory like America do when there's a problem in any country. The American advise their citizen not to go and what to prepare for. Well, Florida is a place that needs to be shut down. No Abaconian should be going to Florida and coming back to Abaco when the Delta virus is more deadlier than the previous virus. You're putting your families, your friends into harm's way because they don't wear masks over there. But last night was interesting. We're like in a war zone last night. All I could hear is gunshot, pow, pow, pow. Like, what are you shooting at, man? These fellas are restless. You should be home sleeping and they shooting them guns off last night. I wonder if any police heard all that power of that gun. That's a big gun. It ain't no fun. It ain't no joke. But these guys are skylocking. What are you shooting at? This ain't no bird season. We ain't got no pigeons flying over Dundastan. Ain't no wild hog. They're the things should be shooting at. But they're shooting. Plenty shoots. Plenty shots. Plenty gun. It's so easy to bring them things in after hurricane. But I just want to tell you all it's when you have something that is in you that's greater than what's in the world, you could stand. And that's what Kai has been doing, standing. When I see that the church, namely Grace Baptist Church, has enough material within it to rebuild anybody's house, and they had it there over a year. And what is heartbreaking about me bringing the story is that the pastor of Grace Baptist wife, Jackie Rubens, that also is I understand she's the assistant pastor. How did that happen? How did she become assistant pastor to her husband? They think the church is a game. They playing. But when you see that Grace Baptist was not demolished like most church, the structure was sound. They had some roof damage. Of course, they had water damage because it was 6 feet of water when I walked past there days after the hurricane. But they could have get back to some normalcy. But the pastor decided to use Grace Baptist as a storage to keep the materials away from the citizen. That is how Darren Henfield, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, could use Ministry of Work to go 400, 500 feet to Grace Baptist and bring plywood and other material and put in his trailer. How could the minister allow this to happen? It's because they don't care. They don't care. Hundreds and hundreds of sheets of plywood. It's stored for over 1 year. When I asked Jackie about this while she's busy cussing me on the streets and understand, she called a brother-in-law name, said those material belongs to her brother-in-law. Well, her brother-in-law got it from Hurricane stuff. So why is he using the Hurricane stuff of Great Baptist for Darren Henfield to build an office? Then I look at Darren cousin right there in the dome, and you know what they tell her? They have enough material to rebuild 10 houses. What Darren Henfield cousin has 100, 200 feet from him, but he preferred to leave her. He tell them, all them, and for them say, okay, just like our minister told him, all them are ignorant, and they are working on the ignorancy of the F&Ms that are in the district. Say last time it was for Betsy and Betsy Dog, the oligarchies. When Darren get elected this time, then Darren will rebuild his cousin them home. Man, he have already built a home in Great Siston. I heard from one of his family members that somebody went down there and robbed him of everything that he had in the house. Well, we used to say, thief from thief, God smile. Darren has robbed the material from the people that ought to get the material to build a 3-bedroom house. So it's okay if people go and rob him. That's a plus, that's not a negative. But when you're going to hold the church and the membership of the church hostage, that you refuse to rebuild the church because you're using the church as a storage rather than a place of worship, and the pastor's wife got a ball meal on the street while they got the material hold hostage. You know, when you stand for righteousness, for right things, you can't lose. See, Kai Mills cannot lose this election because the majority of the people, election is about numbers, and the majority of the people know that Kai is standing for righteousness, for right, and it's wrong. It's unacceptable for the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Darren Henfield, to have material hold hostage in his sister's church, his family church, Grace Baptist, for over 1 year, and refusing to let the material come to the people that need it immediately. Those materials should not be in the church. The church should be open for worship if they were standing for right and righteousness, not down below the hill trying to get Darren Henfield in an office which has no parking, did not have no building permit, until Kai shined light on the unrighteous situation that was happening. But God is in all of this, and I'm going to stand. I'm going to continue to take a stand for right. And when you do that, you can't lose, because Kai cares. Greater is he that is in Kai Mills, that is he that is in the world. See, the world of Abaco right now, with the member of parliament, all them, there's no integrity. Kai Mills have integrity because he cares. That's why Kai is taking a stand for righteous. For righteousness exalts a nation, and sin, the sin that Darren Henfield and the rest of his crew is bringing to his people by withholding material and stealing the monetary funds that are coming to him. It can't help nobody. But I'm taking a stand for the righteous. And when you take a stand for the righteous, you cannot fall and you cannot fail. Kai cares. That's why he said.